Welcome to the channel, Jaden Chase. Now if you're new, remember to like, share and subscribe. Now it has been exposed that security guards assigned to the money transportation detail at the Guardsman Security Company, or group of companies rather, are being approached by members of criminal organizations. But not only that, but that the state has been aware of these actions along with the company itself. May I make an hear what I will contain the reason. Look and listen.
And their guards are not sitting well coming out of the court ruling the other day because they still not want to pay the people them outstanding bumper clock money, and them still want to put them on one last ditch 2-year contract same way before them take them on and staff. So because of that, the men are vulnerable, they are susceptible to corruption, and if a man buy them and can get the fleet information and the movement of the fleets them we carry money in general. In other countries, some things are not priority. If you don't notice, say the only for crime we are going and the murder, it is not a talking point in terms of how the government are operating. I mean, now coming a fucking GLP PNP argument, May I come with just a national security crisis we find ourselves in, but it seems as though a team or a delegation going to Haiti is far more important when we are becoming little Haiti. It's like that demand them now see. Bernard, you said rightfully. They have the might, to can take on police, but the only difference is that because it now will be treated as an attack on the states, then you can call in internal external forces now, like you call for aid from US and them people. You understand? We ultimately go overpower the man. But at the end of the day, it is a deadly blood clot thing going on right now in another country. Everybody turn a blind eye to things.
Now truth be told, we have heard the state make certain statements. We have heard the state pay more attention to certain issues than they have paid to other issues and situations. Now, crime and violence is definitely one of the issues, one of the major issues that seems to be holding Jamaica back from significant progress. Even we talk about the economy, we talk about a day-to-day on the Jamaican island. Yes, of course, the economy is where it should be. And that has had a domino effect. Meaning say, an economy not as strong as it should be, I go create a situation with jobs, job security. It will create a situation in where certain levels of poverty and it will create areas of inflation where people, even the ones who make a certain amount of money, spend less. And that help create a type of inflation, especially if the money is not being saved in the bank. Now, these situations help to create an environment where crime and violence can thrive. Now, the next major problem in crime and violence is that once crime and violence starts to thrive, it also now affects back all of them other situations because the amount of crime and violence we are seeing in the first place. It affects the economy. It affects jobs. Remember, once upon a time, certain companies would not hire individuals from certain communities in a state no more because they need people to be within the labor force. But once upon a time, we used to hear say, if you come from a certain community and put that pay application, they would want to give employment in a certain company. That a whole crime and violence affect jobs. Being from an area, just being from an area where there are high levels of crime and violence, certain employers were weary that crime and violence would follow these employees to their establishments. And we have seen scenarios like that. There are documented cases where police have said that these individuals' lives were taken at their workplace because of situations in them community. Them never even involved in it. Just being from the community. Now people also point out the fact that did the law enforcement really know or hear of these plans being planned, are these plans being planned by criminals rather, and did nothing? Did the company also know that the whole operation was compromised? The people them know when them go where them go and where them go drive go there, and then they make the necessary changes. Some people had believed that after the first incident took place, there were major changes made. And again, criminals again got the information within a matter of weeks. We know so the criminals are get the information in a matter of weeks. And the people have to keep in mind too with the levels of crime and violence that we see on the island and the reduction that we have seen in crime and violence in certain divisions and in certain districts, communities, parishes, shows that the crime and violence can be reduced. It's not an impossible task. But in these communities and these districts where we have seen reduction in crime and violence, it was a combined effort between the people and the state. It wasn't just the state alone. It wasn't just the people alone. Yes, we can say at one point in time, elected officials either played a role or turned a blind eye, and crime and violence reached to higher heights. But in this day and age, and about the blame game and about which party in power and which party start this and which party best for lead, it's about Jamaicans being Jamaicans and united in the aim of a better Jamaica. Not which party better, not which party for run the country, but just a better Jamaica. If the aim was the same for both party, it wouldn't necessarily matter which party in power if their aim was the same. Not say their policies and legislations being the same, but just the aim. And some people can say, then what do you mean? Them already have a same aim, no? No based on what see. Then if you believe that based on what you have seen over the decades, that both parties have the same aim and both parties want a better Jamaica, then maybe that's why Jamaica is how it is. Or maybe this is the better Jamaica what you think or that they have been trying to create. No, but when we talk about a better Jamaica, when we are talking about a better Jamaica, we are talking about for future generations, for the present generation and for future generations. And we are saying it has to be a combined effort. The people along with the state. Talk to me in the comment section. Tell me if you agree. Clearly, we have to do something. You see, let me see Adams point out. So it's almost as if the state not realize the value of the security forces. But now I'm going to really say the state not value or know the value of the security forces. Them know. The state knows the value of the security forces. Is that they must not have the money or the man willing to give them the money where the security forces have requested. Even though there has been signs that them plan to agree to the new wage agreement. I think, smartly enough, the state have decided that they're not going to really give the police officers no more money. We're not going to do is take less tax from them. Which, I guess I'm giving them more money than that anyway. Because, you know, if your pay increase, you pay more taxes. So even if they give them an extra $100, an extra $30 would have come out of that $100 in a tax. So I guess this is a win-win for both state and for members of law enforcement. Because now they'll be paying less tax and now the state not really have to give them the amount of money for them that request. And people already are talking about the tax being collected. People are saying, where the tax money go? Is all of the tax money collected just going towards paying back the money where the government borrow? Because the government borrow a whole heap of money. A whole heap of money the government borrow. Right at this point, the government has even stopped talking about how much money them owe to overseas lenders. What? Remember, once upon a time, that was something talked about, how much money we owe, how the payment go. Now we not hear of even the talk of any payment. We don't even know if them pay the people. Them. But we know overseas now ramp with Jamaica, so they have to put out them, they have to give them the money. But we don't know how much money we owe. You know what I mean? So we don't know if all of the money collected in tax collection just go straight towards that. Because the years when they borrow money. But people must not really see them tax dollars at work in most scenarios. In some places, some aspect you will see it, but on a large scale, the people must say no. Sometimes the amount of millions collected in taxes are not even a talking point. And that's something I'm like to put out so we can have a discussion around it. As a matter of fact, recently, the opposition used the figures collected from tax revenue as something to increase their standing on the polls. Because most Jamaicans, the average Jamaican, did not know how much money was collected from taxes for the previous year. But talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, pass through, click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon. And of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content. As soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out the channel, check out the reason, and also join the discussion. I want to tell the reason again. My sentiments for you and yours, of course, for live, love, and prosper. For stay tuned. Of course, tell me what you think about what take place and what was said in the audio. I want to tell the reason again. Live, love, and prosper. Stay tuned.